We have a lot of people. Thank you. So we have a lot of people already. So thank you everyone for joining in. So today's webinar that I want to talk about is Introduction to Coding. So I have been uh, a programmer for about 18 years. So my day job currently, I don't work as a programmer. I am a product manager, but it is something that enjoy very much, and I would love to share this passion with you all. It is something that you can actually create. It is something that you can actually build in front of your eyes, and you can share it with your friends. So I think that's the biggest positive that I feel when I'm coding. So the session in this session we are going to start small. We are going to start from the basics. Some of you would already have exposure to computers at various levels, but we want to start small, and then I'll slowly sort of take you through Roblox and the course that we want to run over the next few weeks. So to begin with, I mean, it'll be great if you can provide your introductions for people on the call who are here to learn about the webinar, to learn about coding, and to hear more about the course. So it would help me a lot if you can maybe introduce yourself, tell me your name, your age, what you're working on right now, if you have some exposure to computers, and what you love the most. So, and you can speak in any language that is comfortable for you. I understand English and Hindi, but there are others in the call who can help with other languages as well. So anyone wants to go first? Uh, Mohammed, would you want to introduce yourself? Okay, I think Mohammed just left the call. Srinivas, would you want to introduce yourself? Sneha, Praneeth, anyone?
Can I start?
Yeah, please.
My name is Praneeth and my age is 16.
Okay. Hi, Praneeth.
And second, experience with computers only. The only experience I have is playing games and doing things.
Very nice. Very nice. So, where are you based out of from, Praneeth?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay. Very nice to meet you, Praneeth, virtually. Thank you for joining in. Thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Just to add on, Vaibhav, Praneeth
Yeah.
plays chess on the laptop and he has exposure to offline and online chess competitions.
Great, Praneeth. Next time you can do a webinar to teach chess to us. Thank you. Oh, okay. Sneha, RJ, anyone want to introduce themselves? Elizabeth?
Yeah, I am Sneha Shah. I am based in Mumbai. I'm a mother of 8-year-old son, and I would like to know more about this coding so that if my son is interested, and I would like to enroll him for his enhancement because he is kind of interested in computers as it is
Okay.
introduced in school.
Okay. Thank you. And what's the name of your son? And is he also in this webinar currently?
No, he's just around. He's listening to
Okay.
it.
Sure.
The name of my son is Diyan Shah.
Diyan Shah, right? Okay.
He's
Thank you.
just around. He's listening.
Cool.
Passive
Okay. So,
listener, perhaps.
okay, great. Thanks. Welcome. Welcome. Anyone else wants to introduce themselves? We'll just maybe do it quickly and then move on to other things. But I would love to hear anyone else on the call.
Hi, this is Deepthi here. I am a mother of 10-year-old August. His name is Agastya. He's just listening right next to me. Can you say hi, Agastya? Agastya, please say hi. Hello. Hi.
Hi, Agastya. Welcome. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. Okay, great. I mean, and so I mean, just to add, right? So I also have two sons. So the younger one is 5 years old, and the older one is 8 years old. So I mean, they are also, I mean, very new to computers. They don't know Roblox and are a little shy also. So I can totally get the reactions here. Thank you. Okay, so I think we can begin. What I would really like is if we can make this session interactive. So any questions you have at any point of time, feel free to interrupt me. And again, you can use any language while asking questions. We'll do our best to answer them over here. Okay, so we're going to, like I said, we're going to start very small. So I want to start with what are computers? Because we're going to start with basics. So computers come in various forms. So we already know, I mean, there is a desktop, there's a laptop, so it has a monitor, it has keyboard, it has mouse. So this, of course, is a computer. Um, then I mean, mobile also we can classify as a computer because they also have processor, they have some intelligence that is built into it. And these days we also have a lot of robots, we have a lot of other intelligent devices that are also programmable, and therefore we can call them as computers. So, in a way, the way I would define a computer is that any device which has some kind of CPU processor that can actually be programmed. So, those are computers that we can actually call them as. Um, Anyone wants to add from their experience any computers which don't come in these normal forms that we are seeing over here, but we would still classify them as computers? Praneeth, Agastya, do you want to give it a shot? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just want to add, I mean, for example, these days we this, right? You can actually configure them or program them to work at different operating levels. So anything smart, you can essentially classify them as computers.
TV.
And then, sorry, someone wants to add anything?
TV.
TV, yes, smart TVs. In fact, a lot of these TVs right now, so they have apps that are built into them. So some of the programmers or developers would have created those apps, which are displayed on the TV. So may I know who gave this answer?
Hanok.
Hannah. Did I get that
No.
right?
Hanok.
Hannah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thanks. Uh, okay. So then, I mean, why do we need computers? So one, I mean, like we are using computers to communicate with each other remotely. So this obviously is a key requirement or a key use case for the computers. We also use computers for doing different kinds of booking, be it ordering food on Zomato, booking your airline tickets. So the computers provides us a way to sort of essentially interact with different corporates or different enterprises by sitting at our home. And finally, if you're going to any supermarket or you're visiting any other store, you would typically have people who are working on computers, entering each order that is being placed. So computers essentially help us to streamline the entire physical process of selling and purchasing goods as well. So these are different use cases that are there. Um, Anything else that anyone wants to share around how computers are getting used in a unique way that they are aware of? Anyone? right? So for example, ISRO keeps launching rockets and satellites, right? So there are also computers that are used to calculate different trajectories, different algorithms. So a lot of use cases are there in the space industry as well when it comes to computers. Now I want to just make a very small distinction between the hardware and software of the computer. So anything that is physical, we would classify them as computer. So be it a monitor, be it a keyboard or a mouse. So these are what we call as hardware. And software is essentially that intangible code which runs the hardware, which controls the processing of the CPU. So essentially, software is what we write to basically implement the different business logic uh, for our particular use case. So we will be, of course, focusing on the software part, which is writing programs to control the computers for our use cases. Okay, now I want to do a very small exercise, and this is where I will require your support, right? I'm going to ask questions, so be prepared. So what we want to do over here is that we want to instruct the computer to make a sandwich. Okay, I'm going to repeat. So we want to instruct the computer to make a sandwich. So in this case, think that the computer is this kind of a box which has hands, almost like a robot, and we want to instruct this robot slash computer to make a sandwich, right? We just want to instruct, we just want to write a few lines of instructions, and we want to essentially ask the computer to make a sandwich. So for example, the step one could be to take two breads, right? And maybe step two could be take butter and apply them on the bread. So what I want you to do is take a couple of minutes, write down what are the instructions that you're going to provide to the computer to make a sandwich. Okay, so your time starts now. Just write down a few steps that you're going to instruct the computer to make a sandwich. You have 2 minutes. If anyone has any questions, you can ask. So to remind ourselves, we just want to list down a few steps. If you want to instruct a computer slash robot to make a sandwich. So just 30 more seconds, and I'm going to ask a few people to just give us some steps. Okay, thank you. So yeah, so anyone wants to go? What are the instructions that they have written for making a sandwich?
Step 2 may be applying butter on the bread.
Great. Very good.
Then step 3 karo diya.
Whatever.
Step 3 would be apply chutney.
Great.
Step 4 he has written arrange vegetables.
Nice.
Cut the slice.
Great. Is that it? All more steps. Great, Dhyan. That was very good. Thank you. Anyone else wants to go? Praneeth, do you want to give it a shot?
Uh, I was thinking of trying to make a sandwich. I was typing two pieces two pieces of bread and I was typing more, but I couldn't.
Okay. Great. But okay, I mean, irrespective of what you typed, but what do you think would be the instructions that you give to the computer for making a sandwich?
Two pieces of bread and I don't know how to
Okay,
say it.
that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, last one. Anyone wants to volunteer? I'm actually going to play one video after this. So just last one. Anyone wants to volunteer in terms of how to make a sandwich? Agastya, do you want to take a shot? Okay, that's fine. So we will now watch a video uh, about how, it's an interesting example from which I've taken from YouTube. It's a funny one, but it is also very instructive. So just have a listen. But before that, I want to make sure that I've shared the audio or not. So let me know if you can listen to the audio as well. Sorry, were you able to hear the audio?
No.
Okay, let me stop and start sharing again. Okay, now I think you should hear the audio. So I'll start again. But if you don't hear the audio, let me know.
Good. Then this should be very easy for you, right?
Right.
Pretend your computer has hands. How would you tell it to make a peanut butter sandwich?
Well, you take some bread and some peanut butter and you put the peanut butter on the bread.
Like this?
No, that's silly.
Well, the computer doesn't know that. You have to tell it everything, step by step. Try again.
Okay. You take some bread. Wait, you open the bread and take 2 slices out. Now, you take your peanut butter and put it on the bread.
Like this?
Oh my gosh, no. Let's start again. You open the bread, take out 2 slices, put them on a plate. Now open the jar of peanut butter, stick a knife in, and use it to put the peanut butter on the bread. Stick the 2 pieces of bread together.
Looks like a pretty crunchy sandwich there.
Oh my gosh! One more time. Open the bread, take out 2 slices, put them on a plate, open the jar of peanut butter, stick in a knife, use the knife to spread peanut butter on the bread slices. Put away the knife. Close the 2 pieces of bread together.
Okay, that looks like a pretty good sandwich. Now do you see what I mean about having to be very
So this was a very short video, a funny one, but it is also very instructive in the sense that when you're providing instructions to the computer, we have to be very precise. So the computer can actually be very smart and very dumb at the same time. It will do precisely what you're telling it to do. So when we are writing code, you have to be very careful in terms of what you're going to tell. You have to provide these instructions in a very step-by-step manner. And this is what we essentially call
Right.
as programming, right? So program is essentially a set of instructions that you provide to the computer to do a certain task. So what we were just talking about was essentially just a program. The only difference over here was that we were providing instructions in English. Typically, computers don't understand English. It is changing right now with all these OpenAI models that are coming out. But mostly computers, I mean, do not understand the English language or any other human language. So the instructions that we provide to the computer are typically in the form of some programming languages. So what you see in the screen right now are some examples of the programming language. So we have Java, we have Python, we have C++, we have Lua. So these are some examples of programming language. And each of these programming languages have their own strengths and weaknesses. So think of it like an electrician who comes to your house. So an electrician will have different kinds of tools. So they'll have a screwdriver, they'll have a tester, they maybe will have a multimeter. So each of these tools has their own particular use case for which you would use that tool. Similarly, each of these programming languages, you would use it for a particular kind of use case. So for example, Python is generally used right now for anything to do with machine learning, AI, data analysis. So a lot of that is being done using Python. So it is one of the most popular languages right now. Java is typically used when you're writing enterprise applications, when you're doing writing the backend processing of different business logic. So all of that is being done in Java. Lua is like kind of a scripting language. It is used in applications like Roblox, and that's the one that we want to talk about today. So I want to introduce you to Roblox, but before I actually go here and talk about Roblox, I actually wanted to check. I mean, anyone here already knows about Roblox? Anyone of you have already played some games or created something on Roblox?
Uh, I play. I haven't really created anything in Roblox.
Okay, great. Thanks. Anyone else? Okay. So yeah, so let me just introduce Roblox. So Roblox is essentially a platform which allows users to play games and also create game/experiences on it. So it's a very popular platform, especially in the US and other Western countries. So there are about 66 million people that log into Roblox every day. So somewhere I had read that in US almost 50% of the kids they are on Roblox. So it has a lot of a large community of creators, about 3.2 million developers who are there on the platform who have created experiences/games on the platform, and a lot of these people are actually children. And the best way that you can figure it out if they're children or not, just go to YouTube and search for any video in terms of how to create a game on Roblox. And in a lot of these videos, you will see the voiceover. So the voiceover are of some kids only. So it is very popular amongst kids, and kids themselves are creating games on this platform. And these days, a lot of the corporates, big companies, they are creating experiences on Roblox. So, for example, Nike has created what we call so they have created an experience on Roblox. They call it as Nike Land. Similarly, there is Gucci. In fact, as part of my work for a company, for a telecom company based out of UAE, Etisalat, we created a cricket-based game to launch in Pakistan. So Roblox is not just games. A lot of serious companies are also investing in it to create experiences to reach out to a young audience. So, and the great thing about Roblox is that it is entirely free. It is entirely free to learn. It is entirely free to create something on it. And it is also, and you can also for free publish your experience to the entire world. So you don't have to spend any money to do it. You can spend some money if you want some additional things, additional services. But for most of the use cases that we are going to talk about, you don't have to spend any money to publish your games there. And what it takes to create a game/experience on Roblox, right? The first thing is that you should know some amount of programming. It is not a mandatory skill set, but if you know programming, then you will be able to create great games on Roblox. So the programming language, like I was talking about earlier, we use Lua to do the programming. The other thing that we need to know while creating something on Roblox is 3D modeling, because Roblox is essentially a game, right? So you need to know basics of 3D modeling, where you're able to get some objects, uh, manipulate those objects in the game. So 3D modeling is also a skill set that is required. Then the other thing is 2D designs and creating UX interfaces. Having that kind of a skill set also helps, because you can then create beautiful interfaces for your game. And finally, animation. So in the cricket game that we created, we needed to create animation for different bowling types or for different shots that a batsman played. So those are animations that we created for Roblox, in Roblox rather. Now, one thing that I want to say is that while these skill sets are important, but you don't need to know all of these to create a basic game. You could create a basic game by knowing very small elements of these four things that we're talking about. And the great thing about all of this is that if you were to learn about all of this, right, it also helps you to do design thinking, right? So these are skills which are important in the industry today. Any tech company today would judge you on your creativity, on your ability to be able to write code. So these are skill sets that are very important. So typically in the games that you see on Roblox, it is not one person who creates it. Usually 4 or 5 people come together to create the game. One or two of them could be programmers. Some people who enjoy the creative part of designing something, they could either be a 3D modeler or a 2D design artist. Or if someone likes to do animation, they could do the animation bit as well. So that's the great thing about Roblox, is that you don't have to be a programmer. If your interest is more on the creative side, you can actually invest in building your skill sets on the 3D modeling and the 2D design part of it as well. And the final thing is the product management. So when you're creating something on Roblox, you essentially have to look at what is the time you have, what because there is a lot that you can create, right? But then you need to prioritize, okay, these are the things that I want to create in the next, say, 10 days or 15 days. So again, it is an important skill set which is used in the industry today. So if you were to sort of get into creating some experiences in Roblox, these are things that you will also learn. So I'll take a pause. Any comments or any questions from anyone so far?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so what do you need to create it, right? So we need a Roblox Studio. So this is a software that is provided by the Roblox platform. It is free to download and it is free to use. I have some instructions on the slides, subsequent slides, in terms of how to download it. So these are some examples of role-playing games that are there on Roblox, and these are very popular games. There are many different types of games, but role-playing games are very popular. So, for example, there is one game where essentially different kids come together and build an airport, and there is one game where they are sort of managing a pizza place. right? So you have your friends, you come together and you create your own pizza place. Similarly, there is one where you have your own zoo, and then there is one where you have your own school. So these are some examples of some role-playing games that are very popular in the Roblox universe. So the thing that the tagline that they have is that make anything that you can imagine. And they also provide you a lot of tools to do it. So for example, in the Roblox studio, you will find a lot of models that are already created. So for example, if you need a car in your game, right, you can simply select one car and drag it into your experience. So what I want to say is that while it might sound a little overwhelming, it is not as complicated as it sounds. It might take some getting used to, but it is not very complicated, at least to get started. So these are some resources. I mean, I'll share the slides, which actually people can go through. Some resources for the parents, some interesting experiences that I've added. There are some hardware requirements because you need the Roblox Studio installed on your laptop to be able to create these experiences. But I think any laptop or any computer that you have purchased in the last 3 years should be able to handle it. I'll share this with you. Okay, so you have already spoken about that, your experience with Roblox. Okay, so what we want to do is we actually want to run a short course of about 3 to 5 sessions of 1 hour each. What I'm planning to do is that we maybe have one session every week. The medium of instruction is going to be English and Hindi because these are the two languages that I know. It's going to be free. So it's from Bharat MD. And the objective of this course is that we will do a very quick introduction to Roblox and the Lua scripting language. We will also do some basic manipulating of the 3D parts. By the end of this course, what I plan to do is what I want you to do is to be able to create your own game, right? And share it with this group. So by the end of these 5 sessions, hopefully we'll be able to create one small game and you can share it with your friends so that they can come and play in this experience with you. And I think the most important outcome for me is that if you can fall in love with coding. I really love coding. And if you can also, and fall in love into coding, that would be the best outcome for me. Any comments or any questions on the course?
Yeah, one small announcement from Bharat MD Vaibhav. Even you can also tell that. Okay. For the first 5 registrants of the candidates or the children from our Bharat MD group, okay, we will give encouragement and gift hampers to them to their places. We will courier to them. First 5 enrollments. You can announce that also, Vaibhav.
Great, thanks. That helps. Thank you. So yeah, looking forward. I think we'll share details of how you can enroll. And what you will need, you'll of course need a PC for being able to do the course. You will need internet access. You will need consistent internet access because in order to be able to do the creation of the experience/game, internet is required. You will need to create a free account on Roblox. You will have to download the Roblox Studio that I was sharing about earlier, and you will definitely need a mouse with a proper scroll wheel because it's a 3D software. So having a mouse really helps. I've added a link over here which gives you the instructions to install the Roblox Studio. And I think, as was just mentioned, first 5 people will get a small gift hamper. So we really look forward to some registrations from your side. Okay, so I think this was it from my side.
Sir, I wanted to have one query. That is this where the course will be conducted on the online platform, and what
Yes.
would be the uh, time and everything? Will it be given to us prior or?
Yeah, so I will share that in advance. We can maybe create a small group for the participants who have confirmed. My plan is that we have these sessions on Sunday evenings. That's the best schedule. And I mean, as we get the registrations for the course, we will work out with the participants for the best possible times. But it is going to be a weekly one, most likely on Sunday evenings. Okay. Any other questions?
No, no questions.
Okay, thanks. For the registrations, I think we'll have to maybe share some email address. Is there an email address that we can share? Just checking.
Bharat MD Foundation at
Okay.
gmail.com.
Bharat MD Foundation at gmail.com. Thank you. So we can just, yeah, maybe put it on chat, and folks who are interested can send an email there.
One more thing I want to add, what we can do, no, those people who are interested, we'll make a WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
And you
definitely.
can like put your whatever you are going to do, you can put it there.
Yeah.
And one more thing I want to add, this coding part, even if not only the kids, if
Correct.
adult parents also are joining, they will have fun.
Yeah, definitely. Correct.
It's like whoever is using phone, they will have fun when they are doing it. I am an experienced person. When coding part, you see, oh my God, so it's so good that what you see when you are doing it for the first time. It's fun part. So adults can also join, parents can also join. You can tell your friends also to join it. Okay. That's what I just wanted to add. In the chat, we have put bharatmdfoundation@gmail.com, the email address. Whoever is interested can add. And those who have not joined today also, you can please tell them to do it. At least for the first part, let them, like your friends and all, let them try it out. Okay, that's it. Thank you everyone who joined. Vaibhav, I think you can just finish it off.
Sure. So yeah, thanks a lot everyone for joining in. Do send your nominations to the email address, and first 5 participants get a prize. So thank you. Thanks everyone.
Name, age, and email address.
Yeah, name,
phone
age,
number.
and
Phone number also.
Correct. Thanks, Anita.
Thank you.
So we will be sharing our email IDs and phone numbers on the group itself, or privately, which should we send it to you?
No, you send it to the email address what we have just shared in the chat. bharatmdfoundation@gmail.com.
Okay.
Anita, why can't we take even this enrollment in our groups also, Anita, for this?
Those who have not joined this coding webinar, if you are saying something, the participants have to say first. If they are saying something, then we can give, or else all of a sudden we are saying those who want to join coding, please send mail to this, all will be confused what is happening. So I think first what we can do is that coding, this one webinars, we will announce it, and then we'll see that first how it is going, first session.
Sure.
I think that would be better, or else everyone will be confused. Vaibhav can take the decision on that.
No, I think this is fine. I think it'll be better for people who have joined the webinar, go through the course so that the expectation is rightly set. That will help. Thanks.
Anita, can we have one snap with all our participants if possible? If you don't have an issue?
That you have to check with the
Yeah, one group photo, that would be nice, I feel.
Okay. So,
Vaibhav, can you please take it on your laptop?
Yeah. So can we maybe turn on the cameras for the folks who have joined the call? Few more people need to on their cameras. You're speaking on mute, Murli. We're not able to hear you. You're speaking on mute, Murli.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that one who are not in the turned on their videos, please on your videos. Yeah. Yeah, Guru, how are you? After a long time. Yeah. Very nice to see you. Make yourself
I'm
fit to
fine.
the frame. Huh? Yeah. Venkatesh, yes. Then Rajisha, great. Diti, any possibility, Agastya?
We had just gone to washroom.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. At least you come online, Diti.
No, I joined through TV. So
Anyhow, you have to,
got it
help him out.
Okay.
Hi, Praneeth. Guru, you are going out of the camera, Guru. Yeah. Yeah, please. Babita is there. Babita, is any chance for Devrang or Devs be online? Oh, great. Great. Basant Kumar, is any possibility? Bhumi ma'am.
Some people smile are so good. Please do smile.
Yeah, it's okay. Right.
Okay. Vaibhav, take it.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Say cheese,
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah.
Cheese. Great. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.
Yeah.
Good night.